in the map pool actually picked out by Detonate, believe it or not.
Yeah, this is a strong map for Evil Geniuses, but it's been Detonate's most comfortable. It's just what they have to default to when they do play against any of their stronger opponents. They've kept it competitive against teams like Team 1 in the past, but it's going to be a tough go of things as we are immediately jumping on into Game Inferno. Going live here for tonight, and Evil Genius is looking to keep that flawless streak at 5-0.
Yeah. Going to continue that, move on up. Their Evil Geniuses slowly but surely have to be happy with their results as of recent. Again, fresh off the back of what was a massive one last night. I mean, that just locks them in as one of the favorites for their group, the way that they broke MIBR down. But right now, an interesting pistol round taking place. We talked about Detonate in their comfort on this map. It's a map that they kind of default to in a very similar fashion to EG. And speaking of default, they've got a more slower pace play, but now they're going to start to pick it up.
All right, George, though, this is the trademark position for him at this new box side. He's being such a problem. The flashes are helping him out. Lots of damage dealt, and a second headshot for him at the back of the site. Looking for Cryptic, who will be able to clean up the kill, but the rest of his team are out of commission. He's in a 1v5 and only 2 bullets on that USB. He has to get that reloaded. He's about to be swarmed. He gets that first, but Wiz is going to finish. It's Evil Geniuses with the pistol.
Yeah, they got one through the smoke right there, but nice attempt. No luck. Evil Geniuses lock things down right. George talked about his influence here on this map. I just want to further expand that point. We saw yesterday that in his kind of signature positions, in what is one of his better maps, at least as a player, you actually see this guy go to so many different comfort positions and spots in the map, like apartments over on the A side, and then of course new box on CT. You're gonna see him just do so much work in these spots here, and great deterrence molly. That's gonna force a reroute here up against what is full Glocks. They shouldn't have too much trouble sideswiping this, but they gotta get their guns out at the very least. That's 2 mollies baited out by the Glocks as well.
Try not to die to the MP9s, except for the fact that all 5 of them have MP9s. So they're gonna go in. They're gonna have Wiz collect all the kills, rush getting that as well. That's $3,000 extra in the pockets of Evil Geniuses, and they're feeling crispy clean.
And not too bad right there. That's a lot of cash stacked up specifically on your Opera as well. Having Wiz get 4 of those eco kills with an MP9 is so massive, but this is something you don't see all that often. There's 5 MP9 purchases, and this is why. I mean, you look at the buy coming through from Evil Geniuses, you compare that to Detonate right now, and it's not all that pretty. You got a lot that you have to overcome here, and only 4 MP9s to do it. They bought full utility, though, on everyone's back pockets here, so you can see that they're not looking to just throw themselves to the wall. They're actually looking to close out this round, do some damage here at the very least. We'll see how much deterrence they can offer up.
Yeah, especially bringing over that 4-man A-stack, it certainly can deal the damage. We do see Rush also in the apartments. If there's a map for MP9s, I would give that to Inferno. One of the closest range maps in Counter-Strike. Where the longest fight you could possibly take is like from bottom banana to car. And perhaps that mid-side. But when it comes to attacking the sites, those MP9s can definitely put in work.
Yeah, hoping to see it do damage here. It'd be interesting to see what Detonate are going with at the moment. Looking like a little bit of a Halls pop. They are met by a molly here, and they have to move past it. Cryptic taking a lot of damage here. He tries to get past the smoke, but he is forced to commit. Rush doesn't grab the gun, but still, he's so happy. It's completely threw a wrench in their system.
Oh, Rush even flicks up again for the next. On to Freshie. 3 versus 3. Brent begins to wrap the site, but traded out by Stan. He is alone here and getting pincered. Florence, I love this walk. He's going to backstab Stan. So now it's a 1v2 here for George. But Evil Geniuses have still done the damage with the MP9s.
Finding in those numbers there. Looks like George's position could be read in upon. No footsteps being heard or confirmed, so George still has that element of surprise. But Florence has gone somewhat proactive, so the information is starting to be revealed slowly but surely, and so is his hand being forced.
Yeah, I don't know about George. He throws his MP9. He's actually going to upgrade to the AK. This gives him the best possible opportunity. He's going to drop down, try to swing the sight. That molly could do great work. It forces one player off, and he drops his smoke. He gets to clear all the sight. But now I think he's isolated these duels. He knows where both players are, but I don't think there's anything he can do about it. He'll get the first, and the second, and he gets to save that AK. This is a really great round here from Evil Geniuses. They don't win it, but George just put up a show.
Man, yeah, that's just so cerebral right there to call in that save, knowing that you just don't have a chance of winning that round, but being able to do extra damage. I mean, again, they came into that with 5 MP9s. Wiz got 4 MP9 kills 2 rounds ago, so you can see that he's wielding an AWP. They have such a sick purchase, and there's not a lot of loss bonus. If they just convert this round, I mean, Evil Geniuses are going to go on a nice little streak of like 4-1, and at the end of the day, it'll all be worth it.
The funniest thing about this, Cole, is that I would say Evil Geniuses have the better buy right now. More utility, the AWP. But starting off with some solid damage onto these banana defenders, but the same goes onto Brett and Micro. A bit of an exchange for sure. Can definitely help out these M4s. Oh, but we do see the boost up. That's a crisp shot from Micro. Dropping down Walco, and I think they want to transition into this play here. It's only George. Again, I don't think Detonate want to test that smoke just yet.
Couldn't really blame them for hitting the brakes on that one, right? We saw them try and really pull the pin on a fast B play, where they had to dive through a little bit of utility and deterrence, and that didn't work out all that well. But right now, if you're Brett, you've just heard another rotate in through CT spawn, so you're calling that A is a little bit on the weaker side here. Rush stands alone here for now, but he's joined up by Stan soon. They split themselves up 2-2, but this is still a very tricky side hold for Evil Geniuses.
That's a cool lineup there from Stan. That forces the peek out lane, but it's going to be 4 in coordination, pushing in towards this site. Rush gets a ton of damage from the graveyard, but he can't convert them into kills. Or maybe he can! With Wiz arriving to the scene, he snipes down Micro trying to pick up that bomb. A bit haphazard on the take here, Detonate, and it puts Cryptic in a 1v2 on 9 HP. He'll pick up the bomb, and with 20 seconds remaining, he has to commit to this A side. He cannot flee the scene. And so he will attempt to plant, but Wiz has an HE at a moment's notice. He'll just swing through the site. He's going to jump up top, and who needs HEs? He got off bullets. That is the 3rd round on the board for EG.
That's crisp from Wiz right there, capitalizing on the smallest of mistakes, the smallest of errors right there, but you can see him just close things out, landing some nice clutch up shots. Landing the simple ones here. Much better start to Inferno as well here. He's delivering in stride. Again, he got that big eco 4K, but with how Wiz has been performing as of recent, I feel like you just want to give him all the confidence building kills you can, because when he is hitting these strides, he's really difficult to stop. But I guess, again, if yesterday is a testament to anything, or 2 days ago rather, anyone can hit some strides here right now in Evil Geniuses, it looks like.
Yeah, I think they have so much potential in all of their players. I mean, $Stanislaw, an amazing game yesterday. Wiz can have a pop-off performance. Walco has been looking strong against some of the tougher opposition down here, so it's been looking good. Freshie, oh, he's burned. Alright, Rush is going to collect his kill on the MP9. Brett's about to be a dead man in a moment. That's the bomb dropped. Flash out middle, and yeah, I think Detonate were kind of done within those first 30 seconds. That's 4-1 here for Evil Geniuses.
Yeah, I guess you kind of had to just bite the bullet there, right? On that purchase. This is what I was talking about, though. That great economic damage that was done. It's just going to make that following round so much easier now that you've established this sort of a lead, and you can see it. They're starting to build up that momentum. Now they're no longer on these MP9s. Now Wiz is 9-1 at the moment. We're still very early on in this game. He continues to build confidence here on Inferno. It's going to make the CT side so comforting. Look at these HEs. Oh, Micro starting this round off at 34 HP right now.
So not a fun day at the office for the entry fragger of Detonate. This is a cool smoke lineup. I'm not sure if that hit properly. Now that I'm looking at that smoke, it's...
Yeah, it looks like it's on top of coffins. I feel like it's
a faster pop or something of that sort. Anyways, they walk up apartments, and Rush takes a boatload of damage. Down to 5 points of health and forced to fall back, rather. Pushing forward, George. Oh, is he going to check his corners here? Yes, he will. Brett rooted out. And he even makes his way back to sandbags with Walco. What a play here from Evil Geniuses. Taking top banana silently and dealing 2 kills at the Detonate.
Little push and pull right now. Bomb down. Oh, that molly's just going to force so much chaos. Have to either sink or swim, and the dude decide to fall a little bit back. Then that's just going to lead to even more utility. More time, bot off the clock. Counter flashes to be thrown out here. There's one from George as well. Everyone's blinded up. Walco gets the trades, and about as easy as can be right there. 5-1. They just get sideswiped.
It's so textbook from EG. They clamp down on other parts of the map. They stack up top banana. There's no chance for Detonate to break through. And so a pause definitely needs to be called in to sort of solve EG getting away with so much. Even on that previous eco round, we already saw Evil Geniuses push all the way down banana without Detonate even knowing. I think Detonate, they haven't got a handle on their information game to be able to make that right call. And so, Evil Geniuses, they're all over these plays to start off this game.
Yeah, I just love the proactivity that we're getting. I guess this has been a constant case, though, with this roster, right? Where they just know how to push and pull on these rotations. And I gotta give credit quickly to Detonate. I see that they kind of have a game plan centered around this. You can see them kind of posting up in some of these locations. They're definitely not evacuating the resources as much as you might think here. So I like, in some fashion, what they're doing. It just doesn't seem like they're landing some of the kills. They're getting caught off guard when they're sticking around, and that's where the problems lay in. They can't afford to be giving over these big picks. It's going to be costly in the late round here.
Once again, this silent banana control taken by Evil Geniuses, and, well, the rest of the pistols try to make their way up Arch side. Wiz is on 2 HP. He's still swinging this guy. In the meantime, Brett taking some taps. Chip damage away on the stand. Oh no, the pistol jumps through, and Micro has an AWP. This could be catastrophic here for Evil Geniuses if things go wrong, but oh, he's not ready for George on the wide angle. I mean, Micro just jiggle peeked it, so it's understandable. 6-1 here, Evil Geniuses.
I guess you gotta take your victories, though, where you can right there. If you're Detonate, you made that round closer than it ever should have been. So, not walking away completely empty-handed. Able to do economic damage in that round is definitely valuable. But it doesn't matter too much if you're not able to win any of these gun rounds once they do float on in. And that's what we got right now. Another gun round, another opportunity to start building up this T side, which just start doing ASAP.
Needs to get going and fast as well, Cole, because, I mean, Evil Geniuses looked crisp on their T side against MIBR. They had a really solid performance against the Brazilians, where they kicked that map into MIBR, so... Ooh, a little silent drop there from Cryptic, okay. He's got his lineup down.
Rops drop right there.
Dude, like, there's like 30 things that are called the Rops drop. You need to be a little bit more specific than that.
That's true. It's just because Rops is always in the lab right there, cooking something special up.
Cool
right now, cooking up. Yeah, just cooking up the entirety of brackets at the moment. Completely voiding off any aggression. That's because they have 4 players here, and they have Wiz, who's confident as ever, taking fights down banana. And again, this is what I'm talking about here. I like how Detonate have resources in these parts of the map, but they've just given over a man advantage. It's quickly drawn in a lot of rotations, but still it's a 4-on-2 on this A bomb set with deep control of brackets. They're forced to fall off with only 37 seconds left.
Man.
Rush turns around and gets away with that.
And even George pressing down banana as well, catching that falling back player with 25 seconds on the clock. I mean, Detonate have to go into a 2v5 on the A site where your defense knows everything. Stan, he's going to swing out on the timing. Florence drops. It's Cryptic remaining. 1v5 down to 11, and while the kill comes through on the Wiz, Walco's there for the trade. 7 rounds now, Evil Geniuses. These rounds have been dominant, too.
Yeah, I mean, other than the one round that they had 5 MP9s with, that still came down to none of them surviving. They haven't gotten a single one in the bag so far since that one, so you can kind of tell how dominant this has been for Evil Geniuses, just closing these rounds out. in such dominant fashion, finding perfect timings to re-aggress on the extremities, even just getting away with probably kills that they shouldn't with Rush able to turn around there in that last one. So we'll see if Detonate can start to warm up here a little bit.
And so Walco looking to take a swing down. Desperation now as the ticks were heard. Walco's gonna spray. Brett drops. Florence, oh, he's next in line. He cops a grenade and then stands in the flames. This round just makes you grit your teeth for Detonate. Maybe stand underneath. It's tough to convert that kill onto Cryptic, but one should be enough. The trades are all that is needed here. It's just Rush. He extinguishes the molly, plays in front of his own smoke, and it's Freshy in a 1v4. Just chilling on the balcony, hoping that Rush will swing. But I think Rush knows what's up right here. He has Wiz to help him out. Snipe down is Freshy, 8-1 EG.
Just make no mistake right there. You know exactly what's going on. Conversion claimed. 8-1, like you had said. And I feel like we're just getting more of the same. Just classic 3 players, a little core. I don't know, or I don't really care who it is on Evil Geniuses. There's always 3, it feels like right now, that are really performing in the server. Again, this is something that I feel like this team has really needed, and George has provided, is that extra bit of firepower. It certainly built up some confidence here.
Oh,
perfect flash as well. Walco lines up 2 kills. He wants to be a part of the fun. And they're completely deterred. That's bomb down and more utility toss down banana as well.
This is kind of brutal right now at this point. I mean, oh man, they're just gonna go down.
Oh, that one.
That one was right on top. Oh, this one's gonna hurt.
There we are.
Oh, the wall bang. Is it gonna happen here, Wiz? Are you gonna try for it? Is there gonna be a Brett in the kill feed? Either way here, Cole. The bomb is down towards top banana. So, some would say things are not easy.
Send one in, Wiz. See what happens. There it is. Nicely done. On command, Wiz strikes and Florence and Freshies. Oh, they just have nothing that they can do here.
I mean, Evil Geniuses have just been over the play every single time. And, now, Florence has made his way into pit right now. Oh, that's Rush also. Okay, because I swore Rush was in porch right now, and he should have heard that drop out. But,
yeah. I did see someone disconnect.
Yes,
so
yeah. So he disconnected. He didn't react to that drop, is what I was about to say.
Hopefully this does, yeah, it seems like people are watching CT spawn, so they know that that's an avenue. Stain instantly lands that tripwire headshot right there. Wiz follows up with a tripwire op shot, and 9-1. This is, it's feeling rough. They got that one done without Rush's help, even. Yeah,
they were in a 4v5. But, I mean, of course, at the very start of the round, the bomb was dropped, so, I mean, but all things said is the total amount of deaths for EG is, counting them up at the moment, well, including the, Rush has, for this round, 3 deaths, so what is that, 6, 9, math on stream, wow, 15 deaths total, and, yeah, that's tough. Wiz has more kills than his entire team has deaths.
Yeah, the numbers just aren't there for Detonate at the moment. Again, a little bit of the issue. We said we had some really banger matches. Yeah. You know, the top dogs in this group. And not to say that Detonate are lacking too far behind, but it's more so to say that there definitely is a big experience gap here. I mean, Cryptic has some experience here in ECL. Florence the same. Micro definitely. Freshies has been kind of a namesake player, and Brett as well. I mean, there's no doubt about it that Detonate is not a roster being messed with, but EG are kind of making Detonate look like a team that just, you know, needs to spend more time here ironing things out, because the scoreline, the kills, everything, just not all there at the moment.
I mean, Evil Geniuses are looking like an unstoppable team right now. Let's be real here, Cole. They have yet to drop a map in ECL, believe it or not, and they've already played against teams like MIBR and Ironblood, who are both sitting closer and closer towards the top of that group. Of course, Evil Geniuses do have 2 matches scheduled this week to close out their regular season as well. They have one against Strife coming up, as well as against Team 1. That will be going down on the 7th. That will be on Wednesday. That's a banger for sure.
Yeah, that's probably a fair enough assessment, right? EG are playing right now. It looks like they're just playing at the peak of their ability, and whether it's kind of the honeymoon phase of what George has brought to this roster, I don't know, but you can just tell that this team is feeling so well put together at the moment, really playing at some high levels. I mean, that Vertigo comeback yesterday, it proves it. T side, immediately out of the gates, down 3-12, they pull it back 16-14. Very rare that you can see that sort of comeback on a T side, but they made it look easy.
Yeah, and it was actually, it's just a comeback that didn't have any speed bumps in it. There were no problems in any round. I don't even think they required a clutch really to stay in it either. They were just systematically picking apart the MIBR defense. So it really shows how quality of a team they are. Detonate have just missed a molly. Cryptic has been forced out into the open. It's a very awkward mid-take, but they will get it across. And Evil Geniuses are already throwing a boatload of utility, basically re-executing on middle. And Detonate, they basically have to flee the scene, except for Florence. The HUD is a bit wrong. Florence does not have the bomb. And it's on the back of Micro this round. But Florence pushed up towards top middle right now. He's actually still maintaining that control for Detonate, giving them options. But with 30 seconds on the clock and them being spotted, what's the move they're going to make?
Kind of revealed their hand at the moment, and they're also walking into Wiz, who's 16-3. That's not something you really want to do. He's gonna go through the flames. Wiz, this guy's a man possessed, and so is Rush inside of the pit.
First kill for him. Now they're in the site. Stan comes up with a double spray down, and now Wiz arrives to the scene. He runs through the smoke. He's here to save the day. 10-1 here. Evil Geniuses just do not stop.
That's brutal stuff right there. Everyone just denying access. Everyone delivering multi-kills. Like, it's so brutal. Stan finding 2 kills. This is what I mean. This is the EG phenomenal form that they are rocking with at the moment. Just everyone having their impact. Everyone playing their roles to perfection. And then you got Wiz giving you this extra little element with the op that is almost unseen in teams prior, where he's so aggressive, pushing through mollies to get op picks. Like, when else would he be doing this other than right here, right now, and Rush continuing to deliver big time?
I mean, no one even fighting back. Micro tried to push out middle for the trade, but Wiz has got his back. The coordination, the team play there from EG. If it was a different ECL team, he might come away with a kill there. But nothing going right. The swing is about to be here from Stan, and oh, that's a nice shot from Brett. I'm not sure how much more he can muster in this 1v4.
No one has survived a single round here. If Brett dies, which I almost think he will very soon, that would be... Oh, hold on. Wait a second, George. He doesn't want to turn that corner. How could you? A little one-way smoke might alleviate some of that pressure, but still. Brett landing some nice shots. You don't really want to test him at the moment.
George is gonna keep pushing, man. Okay, but I'm not sure.
That is a bomb like a goose egg, so...
Yeah. I mean, he's not getting his hands on the bomb. He's gonna have to beat Wiz on the angle and then probably catch that George wide swing. And he will catch the George wide swing. I'm so prophetic, aren't I? 11-1.
Yes. Yes, you are. Called it.
I called the pistol getting wrecked. Look at me.
Right now, again, like I was saying earlier, everyone has died every round for Detonate at the moment. No one has survived. That's a bit of a problem. Is that one round that they did win, George took down
everyone,
the entire roster with him. So, Detonate just no foundation so far. Again, I think everyone's playing their role quite nicely. You can see Wiz has his teammates back. Everyone has coverage, and nothing's really going right. Everything's coming up EG at the moment. Try and take map control towards apartments. Get met by a molly. Try and take banana. Get met by a smoke. Oh, it's some spam to add on to that.
Yeah, I'm sure Evil Geniuses know a thing or two about Detonate as well. They've definitely come through with their homework. They know what Cryptic likes to get up to on those lurk positions. Who is by far and away Detonate's most effective player. So we'll leave it to the rest of Detonate, who will have to make their own space with Cryptic kind of locked out.
Cryptic, definitely a player that you want to shut down, as he can do a whole lot of work on the rifling. Utility tossed out here towards that A side, looking for the execute. Wiz ready. Oh, that HE is going to be so good.
It's so great. Huge chunk onto these players. Rush, he's having some trouble at the back of it. He's going to get burned out. His molly did not extinguish it, and Wiz has been spotted on the site. He is getting claustrophobic, but he still comes away with the kill. Another one, a wallbang! Unbelievable from Wiz. He gets the rescope again. Now the Tech 9 is out. Now the help is there. Unbelievable how they hold on to that A site. Evil Geniuses just can't find a way to lose.
Oh no, Wiz just an absolute menace on that bomb site. No one can deal with him. No one can trade him out. And then he lands the wallbang, man. This guy is on fire. 21 and 3 at the moment. I feel like there's just got to be like a superstar in every half for Evil Geniuses. I don't know how. Like, there's one player. It could be any of the 5. You can pick your batch there, but one of them is just going to have a monstrous performance.
21 and 3 for Wiz. It's just been systematic, shot after shot, round after round. Brett is seemingly good for one on the D every round. Oh, we've seen that twice now. But there's going to need to be a whole lot more from the rest of Detonate to make this work, and Georgia just found it. But not the kill on a George. So, you wonder if that smoke bottom banana, it has faded. Cryptic, oh, he's gonna use the nade to get his AK, but while that's all going down, Stanislaw will clean up the rest of the round, and Cryptic could not beat Wiz on the peak. 13-1 EG.
Yeah, they maybe had a little bit of hope right there. A little bit of big brain plays taking place, but just another one that kind of falls to the wayside here. I think most of the damage in these rounds, outside of that one 5-player MP9 round, has been when they've had ecos and you know, landed some nice Tech 9 shots here or there. Other than that, you can get a half that everyone on Detonate's gonna get that 15 death per. That is absolutely brutal here. Molly down banana, Brett moving past it. You might have heard that jump, but he needs that flash to strike first.
Oh, that's a nasty shot. He spotted the barrel and lands a tag down onto Cryptic. Brett, in the meantime, is getting up to some funny business inside this smoke. And he will collect a kill. Walco cannot find the trade, or at least the double kill, rather. And so Detonate finally, have I ever said this game, they have a man advantage in a gun round.
Oh, but they're just 3-man stacking over towards B, and even if they don't successfully hold off on the bomb plant there, they're gonna have so many fast rotations and all the spam through smoke.
It's so painful to watch, but Micro at least comes with one back. Freshie, in the meantime, needs to pick up the bomb. But the 2 kills through the smoke, the flash in from Rush. He's just gonna end the round. Micro down on 12 HP, and Wiz is gonna finish the job. It's 14-1, Cole. It is so Evil Geniuses right now. They're in such insane form.
Yeah, pure evil coming out right now in the Evil Geniuses camp, because they're absolutely decimating Detonate at the moment. But we'll see if they can continue this performance as we toss it to a quick break. We'll be right back after this.
If you don't like to see evil geniuses winning, we're sorry. This is not the broadcast for you. It's 14-1 right now, Cole. This is an insane scoreline and it's starting to become a usual performance here for EG.
I really don't know what broadcast you can find, where you can find that out, but George, at least able to answer with all the information that they've spotted, though. They've spotted out so much. They're just going to beeline it into the B bomb site here, where Micro does stand and delivers the bomb straight to his doorstep. Thank you very much, Wiz. All of a sudden, it's a 3-on-3 without bomb in control here. Stan needs to make it around this corner.
Wait, how was Stan out here? He's just in the middle of the team. He's drawing the attention of multiple players. He's even going to return back to mid and blindside Florence. Poor guy had no idea what was coming for him. It's Stan and Rush, the two experienced players, and it only takes one bullet to drop Micro. And just leaves Brett in the 1v2, but he has the bomb in his sights. The bomb is not planted, folks. That is the HUD. But Brett could stop that very thing from happening. He'll tag down the first. And Stan will join up with Rush. They are going to slowly walk across. Brett has no idea who's knocking on his door right now. It's Rush. It's him with 3. It's EG at 15 rounds.
Wow. I mean, it does just feel like we got the second half of Vertigo played out again. Of last night, where they just picked up directly where they left off.
Yeah.
Just at an all-time high. Just losing absolutely nothing but 5 MP9s versus AKs. Like, that's so absurd. Imagine if they had just had regular weapons. It would have been a 16-0.
Prior to this half, Evil Geniuses had, of the last 30 rounds they played, had only lost 3. That is the most insane thing. And they are keeping a very clean sheet going into this. I mean, they have yet to drop a map in ECL. Never mind a couple rounds. This is... I mean, we've been always talking about this team, how they've been improving. And... I mean, they just get better every week, it seems. Freshie with 1 back, but Wiz is on the entry duty. 26-4, and with the Galil, he'll be able to open up the site. Probably get a plant, but Brett, it's his Eagle. He can make some good work happen with it, but with 35 bullets, Micro's gonna fall through the smoke, and it just leaves Brett as the last line of defense to hold on to Inferno. With 44 HP and no kit, Cole, this is not looking pretty.
I respect the effort from Walco to make sure he gets his eek right there.
Is this an
Spam as many as you want. Get him all the bullets you can. Galil has quite a bit. 16 left right now in his, in his
16 bullets left in his Galil. That's the one advantage Brett has, but now that his shoulder's been spotted, I don't think Walco needs to use many more. He will tap him out. It's 16-1, Cole!
Yeah, that's just absolutely dominant right there coming through from Evil Geniuses, and you love to see it. Like you said, we've seen constant improvement out of this roster over the last couple of months. We've seen them show better and better results. We've seen them show that this roster is not to be messed with. Now, I think they're starting to prove a whole lot more than that. They're looking to really take some names and continue that. Again, I mean, the last 30 rounds here that they have played.